Hey everyone, you're watching Phone Flinging HS. This is going to be a review on the X-Shot Dino Attack Dino Striker. They have so much confusing names. Attack, Hunter, Striker. Let's get into the unboxing. I hate X-Shot's packaging. Egg. Included blaster, some darts, and 4 eggs, 2 small and 2 big. What are these even for? This is what it looks like out of the package. First, I'll explain everything on this blaster, and then I'll show you it firing, and then I'll give you my personal opinion at the end. I'll leave chapters down the bottom if you want to skip to a particular part in the video, but I'm going to get to the overview, starting with the features, I guess. Up here, as you can see, you have dart storage to store 6 darts, a full reload. Up here is the cylinder. It holds 6 darts, and you can front load it just like this. Keep in mind, it's not very easy to get to the barrels because of this giant plastic thing here. And the cylinder doesn't pop out of the blaster like the Maverick or the Strong Arm. Down here, I guess you could call it sling mounts, and a bunch of cosmetic pieces and stuff. This muzzle isn't anything. This doesn't do anything. These bits here don't do anything. I really like the styling of this blaster. It kind of reminds me of the Zombie Strike, but it's red instead of green or orange. Example, here's a quad rot, and here's the Dino Striker. They kind of look similar, like made in a garage-esque feeling. So that's completely up to you whether you like the styling or not. But up here is a front sight, no rear sight. I don't really think that you're going to be aiming with this thing anyway. And also keep in mind, the dart storage it faces this way. So if you try and put this thing in a holster with the darts, you're just going to be scraping all the darts out of there, and that won't be good. I'll keep the darts off for the rest of the overview, just so you can focus on the blaster itself. And I personally think it looks better without the darts in it. Down here is the priming here's the priming handle. To prime, you can simply pull on it like that, and now you're able to fire, just like that. It is a protruding plunger arm, which is completely subjective if you like those types of blasters or not. But along with the cylinder, I don't get why it's painted this color. X-Shot, keep that for the XL series. This is a kickback, and it features almost the same colors, the transparent blue. And personally, I don't think that matches with this. I'd make it black, red, grey, orange, pretty much anything that's on this entire blaster, not blue. But it is a very nice smooth prime and very nice catch release. Speaking of which, here's the trigger. Feels very smooth. What you should expect out of X-Shot, they usually make very nice smooth triggers. And it feels like any other catch release out there. And of course, no slam fire. And I think this is weird, the cylinder actually revolves the wrong way. It revolves to the left, which is strange. But down to the grip, it feels very weird. It kind of feels like the quad rot, to be honest, and it has that same rope feeling, although it's just plastic. But it is very nice and comfortable, and the length of pull on the trigger, I hate doing this. I always keep my finger off the trigger when I'm not firing, but the trigger pull, the length of pull feels quite standard. This would be nice on a kid's hand and also a big giant hand like mine. I feel quite comfortable with this. Down here is, I wouldn't even consider this as a sling mount. It's super beefy. Like, what kind of sling is going to go through that? But it's a pistol. You're not really going to sling a pistol. You want to put it in a holster. That is a complete overview of the Dino Striker. Now, let's see it fire. Using included X-Shot darts. But they're different colour. They're the same though. Nice. Using Kmart darts, or essentially Adventure Force waffles. Very nice. So overall, what do I think of this blaster? For a $15 purchase, I'm talking Australian dollars, about 12 Freedom Eagles, this blaster performs okay. It performs just like a strong arm, really. If you already own a strong arm, I don't recommend upgrading to this because it isn't really much of an upgrade unless you really need this dart storage. If you're not the type of person to run around with a pistol in a holster. You'd rather run this as like a primary and a pistol only war and have some darts on top. But it's not a Nerf brand blaster, and I'm not talking about that quality wise. This blaster is very nice quality, but it doesn't have any N-Strike tactical rails or any rails of that matter. So you can't attach any dart storage loops, or you can't take this off if you don't want it. And there's a lot of unnecessary plastic here that isn't really doing much. Like this muzzle. This muzzle doesn't need to be here. This sling mount doesn't need to be here. This funky stuff doesn't need to be here. Heck, even the dart storage doesn't need to be here. And it is fairly wide. And look at how thick this guy is compared to the Sweet Revenge. So, would I recommend this blaster to the average user? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything wrong if you're looking for a cool, super cool, stylish tactical blaster like this. This is definitely it. And it has a decent capacity at 6 rounds and has the dart storage on top. It's definitely a great blaster if you're looking for this kind of aesthetic, but if you're looking for performance, I'd recommend a Disruptor, Sweet Revenge, Quad Rot, or literally any other Nerf pistol out there. If you're looking for an X-Shot blaster that is a good secondary, try the Reflex 6. My Reflex 6 catch priming mechanism broke, so I smashed it, so I don't have one to show you. On screen, it's right there. Right there. If you're looking for an X-Shot pistol, then that is what I'd recommend. Oh yeah, totes forgot to mention those egg things. These are the little egg things that are included with the blaster. You get 4, and you also get, I think you get 6 with the other Dino Striker, and you can also buy these eggs separately, I think. There's nothing special about these. They can clip together. They're just like the X-Shot target cans. These things here, they can clip together and be great targets. Heck, these can even be great grenades if these are the only things that you have. You throw them and they explode. These would be pretty cool too to put darts in to throw. But you get 2 sizes. They're made out of pretty cheap plastic. They're nowhere near as exciting as the Bug Attack thing, the bugs that flew, and even the bugs that stuck to walls and they slowly slid down. If you already have the other Dino Attack blaster, which is the shotgun style thing that isn't a shotgun at all and is completely a disappointment, then shoot these down. These are pretty cool. I talked way too much on those stupid eggs. I definitely recommend this blaster to the average person that's looking for a pretty cool looking sidearm. Pretty cheap, it's the same size and price as the Disruptor, which is pretty cool. And it has the same capacity, and the Disruptor actually is about the same thickness as this, but this just has extra catch points. So I wouldn't exactly recommend this for the performance nerfer, plus with the 3D printed zinc out now, which completely outperforms literally every Nerf pistol ever. Yeah, not really a solid place for a performance nerfer, but if you're looking for a super cool aesthetic blaster, this definitely fills that role. If you enjoyed my review, if you did, leave a like down below, it really helps. And plus, while you're there, subscribe and hit the notification bell. It really does help me out make more awesome content for you guys. And with that said, thank you so much for watching, and as always bros, stay tactical.